Welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call, and this is in preparation for trading on October 10th, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. All right, so as usual, we will start off with our calendar. So today was a holiday for US and Canada. Not much happened in the session, so let's take a look at what's coming up. We have manufacturing production numbers for the British pound, so that would be the most important thing. In the London session tomorrow and going into the New York session, we have building permits for Canada and some FOMC members speaking, a couple of FOMC members speaking, so not a whole lot. We have Westpac consumer sentiment for Australia, so that will have a bit of an impact on Australian dollar because consumer sentiment is always an important number. So that's pretty much it. Pretty light in terms of important data points. So let's move on to the charts now. So in terms of, just to kind of answer that question, I will be trading the London session starting tomorrow. But yes, we will have the rest of the stuff will be normal as usual. So right now we do our daily analysis call at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll still keep going with that. A lot of these things that the setups that we discuss usually tend to work out best in the London session. So that's why I am wanting to kind of or start trading the London session as well. But yes, we'll still keep our normal schedule. So we'll have calls every evening, and we will have our New York session as usual, Tuesday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. Yes. So those are our times. So we'll stick to those, but this is just an additional. It's optional. Don't have to be there for it, but just in case if you wanted to. All right. So looking at the daily here, not much happened. Mondays we don't normally trade. Not much happens, especially when there's a holiday. So here we have a very, very small candle. So what I'm looking at, this is Euro US dollar daily chart. So I'm looking at this 1770 level, this level, or 1780 level, slightly higher here. So this is what I'm looking at, or we could go into 1800. So let's say 1800, give or take. So 1.1780 to 1.1800. That's the level I'm looking at. So right now, overall, we have, if you can see here, Euro dollar is in a downtrend overall. So right now we are pushing higher up here. This is a neutral candle close for the day, but that is to be expected because of the holiday. So what I'm looking for with this cross is this type of a move. So I'm looking for a retest of this 1.1800 or 1780 level, and then I'm going to be looking for a rejection pattern at that level. So that is my plan for the day. I'm looking for price to go up into that level and then do a drop. So that will be the plan. And if you go down to our 4-hour, this is what I'm looking at. It could go higher into this level here, 1.1830 level. But the first test will be the 1780 to about 1800 level. And so I'm looking for price to push up there and then do a drop from there. If you take a look at the 1 hour, as we can see, price has reacted previously there. So this is a few days ago, that was our high of the day. So I'm looking for price to go and retest. This is about 1800 level. This is kind of which is our R3 level for the day. So I'm looking for price to go up and then come back down again. So I'm looking for a potential short at this level. So right now, the bias is to the upside, but we are basically trading this range, as we can see from the previous days here. It's been in this range for a while, so that's what we're trading at, or trading. So I'm looking for 1.1800 for a potential short. Pound dollar here. Pound has been in a drop here as well, but just like I mentioned on the weekend, because we have seen such a big drop here, I'm expecting the price to push up. And a good level for price to push up is a 132.50 level. So right now, the daily close is very neutral. We have a big pin here, bullish candle close. So bullish to neutral is my bias for the for the upcoming day here. So the first level I'm looking for is 1.1320. So again, I'm looking for a similar type of a behavior, looking for price to go up to this level, and this pin right here, and I'm looking for a drop. So first, we're looking for price to go up though. So at this time, the bias is to the upside, but I do have this neutral bias because I'm looking for price to then react at this 1.3220 level. So bullish to neutral bias on pound here. So this is where we are right now. Price is holding above the pivot, and I expect it to move higher into this previous support and resistance level. And from there, once price is there, that's when I'm looking for a reaction to the downside. It could go slightly higher into this R2 level, so be mindful of that. But overall, that's the plan. Aussie dollar here. Aussie has been under pressure. So right now we have a bit of an inside bar here. So I'm looking for price to continue. So in this case, I'm looking for a retest of the 77.85 level. So I'm looking for price to push up a bit, kind of like that, and then drop from there. It could go slightly higher, and in that case, this support resistance level could come into play, which is 0.7800. So 77.80 to about 7,800 is the level I'd be watching. But overall, the overall bias for this pair is to the downside. So really, this is what we're looking for. Very similar to euro, but this is more bearish than euro. So in terms of our 1 hour, the first retest I'm looking for is essentially right here. So I'm looking for price to push up and then have trouble with this area and basically drop back down. It could go slightly higher, like we talked about, at 7,800 level, but this is what we are looking at. New Zealand US dollar, bearish on this one. We sort of closed right into the bottom here. So with this one, I'm looking for a retest of this level, which is this previous support and resistance level, 7089. So about 7100 level. So I'm looking for same thing here. So just to kind of explain the reason why I'm expecting all these prices kind of push up a little bit, just because we've been dropping for a bit, especially with Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, pound. All these crosses have been dropping a lot. So right now, so we do need to, after such a big drop, we do need to see a bit of a retracement and then the continuation of the trend. So that's kind of what we're looking for. So I'm looking for price to go and retest this 7089 level or 7100 level, and then looking for a drop. The target here is 0.7000, so 70. So this is where I'm looking for price to go to. Basically about a 100 pip drop here is what I'm looking for tomorrow. Okay, so let's move on to dollar CAD here. Dollar CAD, let's go to daily. This is where we are. Dollar CAD is an interesting cross at this time. So dollar CAD, we seem to be coming into trouble right here. A very, very small move for the day. So going forward, this one, so one of the reasons dollar CAD is sort of bullish right now. We are seeing a big bullish trend. So we do have an uptrend line in this one. This is the uptrend line. So we do need to see if this uptrend line holds, first of all, but it is reacting at this level. So right now, I'm looking for, this is a very neutral close, but right now it is struggling at this 2600 level. So I'm looking for price to go into this 2600 level again. And this one, we need to see if it does this, because it could go, sorry, excuse me, it could go higher into this level here as well, 1.2663 level, this cross here. And that's really where I'm expecting price to push down quite substantially from there. But for now, it is in this kind of a sideways move where it is in an uptrend. So we need to see if the uptrend will continue or will the price break out of this? Because overall, Canadian dollar has been bullish. Oil has done well. It's kind of held its 50 mark. So that is positive for the Canadian dollar. But the thing that was negative for Canadian dollar, the one that caused the big move up, was because Bank of Canada came and said that they're not going to do mechanical interest rate hikes. They have done 2 interest rate hikes, and now they're concerned about the impact further interest rate hikes will have on the economy. So that's kind of where the Bank of Canada stands, and as a result of that, we have seen dollar CAD push up as a result of that. So now we need to see how things will line up. So first, I'm looking for price to push up into this 2600 level, but then at some point I'm looking for price to drop from there. So we need to see a break of this level, this trend line here, for price to really come to the downside. But for now, the bias is to the upside, but 2600 should pose a bit of a resistance for people. So if price comes into 2600, holds below this, then I'm looking for a short at that level as well. Okay, euro pound here. So euro pound looks bearish candle close. We're back into the support and resistance level. And so it's almost like a head and shoulders kind of trade setup. So we have a big head here, shoulder, shoulder. So we have a bearish candle close, bearish to neutral here because of the big pin. So I'm looking for price to basically come down into this 88.80 level. So bias for this will be to the downside here, back into this 8800 level, 88.80 level, sorry. So that's what I'm looking for here. Euro Swiss franc has been bullish, so we are looking for a further move to the upside. The target here is 1.1550 level, so I'm looking for price to push up higher. Nice daily candle close, bullish, so looking for a further move to the upside in Euro Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc, bullish candle close here as well. And let me just get rid of this trend line here. Okay, so bullish candle close, looking for a further move to the upside. 1.2950 would be the target to the upside, so looking for price to move back up. Dollar Swiss franc here. This one is interesting because we have a big pin here. We do have a bullish candle close, but we do have a big pin here, and we do need to see if the price will actually go and fill that. So currently we are at this support and resistance level, which is also a strong level. So the first test will be, can the price break that level? If the price breaks this 9800 level, then we are looking for a further move up into 9840 level. But if it doesn't break that level, then price could come back and it could come back into this support and resistance 9750 level. So that's the test will be 0.9800 level, and see where price stands in relation to that level. If it holds below, then we're looking for a drop, but if it goes above, then we're looking at next level, which is 9840 level or 50 level. Pound yen here. We have a bullish candle close, so we're looking for price to move up higher. The target here would be 149.00. So bullish bias on the pound yen. But again, we've had a big drop in this. So we are looking for price to retrace. So generally price retraces and then continues on with the trend. So in this case, so let's see if we were to pull our fibs here, 50% retracement would line up with that. Actually, 38.2 would line up with 14900. So that seems like a good daily target here for us in the short term. So I am looking for price to push up. Candle close is very bullish, so looking for price to go up further. So target here is 149.00. Euro yen. Euro yen, it's in this range that it's been in for a while, for the last couple of weeks now. We have tested the bottom of this range, so I'm looking for price to pull up or push up higher. So the target here is 133.20 level, and right now we're in the middle of the range, so I'm looking for price to push up higher in Euro yen. New Zealand yen. New Zealand dollar has been bearish, and as we can see, we have a big drop on the open and price has gone and filled that inefficiency. So right now in this one, I am looking for price to push up higher into this level, 79.80 level. And then if the price does not hold, if the price holds below this level, then we're looking for a drop into the 79.20 level. So this overall is quite bearish. And now I'm just looking for this gap fill on this. So let's take a look at 1 hour chart, see how price dropped, went and filled the gap right into the top. So this is the gap fill trade. Price pushed up, filled the gap, and then dropped again. So now I'm looking for a retest of this gap into 79.80, and then I'm looking for price to essentially, if it holds below that, so if the price holds below here, I'm looking for price to drop. But it could go all the way into this 80 level, so be mindful of that. But overall, New Zealand dollar has been quite weak. So compared to all the other yen crosses, this one is probably the weakest of all of them. So I'm looking for price to push up into the 79.80 level or even into 80.00 level, slightly higher here, and then drop. Aussie here, Aussie is similar to New Zealand where it has been weak, but we could see an uptick, especially if all the other yen crosses are bullish. So we are seeing a bit of a retracement in all the crosses right now. So I'm looking for price to go into this 87.92, about 88.00 level, and then drop from there. But the first retest is right into the high from today, which is 87.63. So if we go into the 1 hour chart, this is where I'm looking for price to react, but because it wasn't a big day today, so it could go higher into this level or even into this support and resistance, which is 87.80. So I'm looking for price to push up and then come into this resistance, this big mess that we have here. So I'm looking for price to react here and drop from there. So overall, I am still looking for price to push up, but I'm not looking for too much of a bullishness in this one. Dollar yen has been struggling here. We have a big pin bar, or we had a big pin bar on Friday. So right now we have a bullish candle close. Basically, it's having trouble breaking below that support resistance level at 112.30 level. So right now I am looking for it to push up. I'd be looking for a potential short at 113.20 level, but it may not get there. So the immediate test would be at about 113.00 level. So if price goes into this level, does not hold or does not hold above, does not break above, holds below this level, then we are looking for price to come back into the bottom here at 112.30 level. So overall, we're just trading this little range here. And I am, because of this big pin bar here, I'm not overly bullish. Even though we have had a bullish candle close today, I'm not overly bullish on this because if you take a look here, price hasn't really managed to break out of that range that we've been in for the last couple of weeks here. Okay, last one here. This is Euro Aussie. So we have seen 3 days of bullishness here. Bullish candle close. We kind of broke out of this range that it had been in a while or for a while. So next one, I am looking at price to go up higher. So this is bullish. So the price behavior that I'm looking for here is this. So looking for price to basically end up at 1.5180 level, but a good place to look for a long in this would be 1.5100. So as long as price holds above this level, I would be bullish on this at this level here, 5100. So that's our potential entry, which is right into here. So see how price broke above this level and then continued higher. So I'm looking for price to come down into this, hold above, and then go up. And this is our S1 level as well. So kind of lines up nicely with our previous high S1 level. And then so if price comes here and then closes bullish here, and then I'm looking for further move to the upside. So overall, Euro Aussie, I'm bullish on. Okay, so that's all I have. Any questions or anything to add there? All right, so I think that's it. So we'll call it a wrap for now. Anybody who's interested in looking at the London session with me I'll be at my computer at 1 a.m. Eastern. So I will see you guys, or 1 to 2 a.m. Eastern, between the time the London session opens at 2 a.m. Eastern. So prior to that, I'll be at my desk. So we'll look for trades and see how it goes. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see some of you in the morning tomorrow. Bye for now.